Say it ain't so, Walmart. Dog. Everybody capitulating. Oh, man. Check this out, y'all.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. If you have moral and righteous indignation to foreign mercenary armies taking over once great American cities, pelting cops with bricks and stones and rocks and sticks, trying to kill them, burning down great American businesses, attacking Americans who actually belong here, and waving their nation's flag as they do it, protesting against being deported back to that same nation, in the irony of all ironies, then you have one person to blame. Well, there's quite a few people to blame. But I got a new one for you here. This, ladies and gentlemen, spectacular event brought to you in part by, wait for it, drum roll.
When corporations fund protests, you have to really wonder what the heck is going on. The No Kings protest that's happening all over America on June 14th, funded by Walmart. Right there, paid for by Christy Walton. Christy Walton is the billionaire heiress of Walmart, worth almost $20 billion. What do you think her end game here is? Like, is she really worried about authoritarianism or human rights abuses? Or is she just after cheap labor? Okay, over 70% of SNAP recipients and Medicaid users were full-time workers, and many of them are from Walmart. The irony is certainly not lost on me that the biggest organized protest against a so-called king is being organized by an oligarch. I mean, I don't think it's by accident that the bottom 50% of China holds twice as much wealth as the bottom 50% of America. Okay, China is the blue line, America is the red line. This should wake a lot of people up. Like, think about it. Why is China, where we get all our cheap goods from, why are they able to pay their workers, but not us? It's almost like they're trying to distract us from everything other than paying people a living wage.
Now more than ever, we are working twice as hard to save you even more with
What's up, guys? It's Benny. If you have moral and righteous indignation to foreign mercenary armies taking over once great American cities, pelting cops with bricks and stones and rocks and sticks, trying to kill them, burning down great American businesses, attacking Americans who actually belong here, and waving their nation's flag as they do it, protesting against being deported back to that same nation, in the irony of all ironies, then you have one person to blame.
Here we go.
Well, there's quite a few people to blame. But I got a new one for you here. This, ladies and gentlemen, spectacular event brought to you in part by, wait for it, drum roll, Walmart. Oh, yeah. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to break the backs of corporate America. Get ready. Their activism will be their undoing. They hate this country. They have white guilt. They have billionaire trust fund baby guilt. And if you don't know who Christy Walton is, you're about to find out. Christy Ruth Walton is an American billionaire heiress. She was the widow of John T. Walton. He was one of two sons of Walmart founder Sam Walton. So she married into the Walton family. Her husband died in a plane crash, making her the main heir to a fortune of nearly $20 billion. That makes her very rich. Forbes listed Christy Walton as the richest woman in the world for several years. She donated also to Kamala Harris. Well. She gave $25,000 to the Harris Victory Fund. She's one of the billionaires who back Kamala Harris. And ladies and gentlemen, she is right now fomenting the horrors on America's streets. Walmart heiress makes shock move against Trump in bombshell message to Americans. Oh my goodness, here we go. The heir to the Walmart fortune made a bold move against President Trump by sharing a political message, working with allies, urging voters to attend town hall. Christy Walton placed a full-page ad in the New York Times and other local newspapers on Sunday, calling for Americans to engage in political process. Oh, yeah, really? What does that mean? In left-wing code speak, that means go burn your damn cities down.
Burn them down. Burn them down.
Then goes on to call for actions, including we honor the commitment to stand by our allies. We defend against aggression and dictators. We respect our neighbors and trading partners. We uphold and defend the Constitution. The political ad ends in saying the honor, dignity,
How do we respect our neighbors if we burn down our neighbors' businesses and homes and impede them from just doing life? Never mind.
and integrity of the country is not for sale. Show up and attend your town halls. Show up and attend. This follows a series of ads that Christy Walton, again, Walmart Air, we'll get to that in just a second, has placed throughout the country. She's funding this. And there's some very interesting and very unique angles to go at this. Like, for instance, who's delivering all the bricks?
Good question.
Who's paying for all these protests? You know, a lot of these protesters out there, they're paid professional agitators. Who's buying them all the gas masks? Yesterday, we saw a bunch of gas masks get delivered. Walmart heiress worth $17 billion quietly enters political discourse. The New York Times declaring the dignity for our country is not for sale. Here we go. No kings mobilize on June 14th. This is Donald Trump's birthday. This is
That's crazy.
Look at this. Christy Walton, paid for by Christy Walton. The views are represented by Christy Walton. Here you go. Donald Trump's birthday, also the Army's birthday, also the day that Donald Trump was going to do a big Army military parade in Washington, D.C. Christy Walton is saying we need to all unite around the country and we need to fight against Trump, the
That's
Walmart
crazy.
heiress. So is there a connection to Walmart and these protests? Listen to this.
Is wild. A mysterious black truck just passed out all of these expensive bionic face shields to protesters in LA, and the news caught it on camera. I zoomed in and found out this is the UVEX bionic shield. These are not cheap. They're around $45 to $65, and you can't just get them in bulk. But one place that sells them is Walmart. And why is that important? Because there's a new protest being promoted called No Kings on June 14th. And even celebrities like Chrissy Teigen are posting it. And it's in magazines and newspapers. And guess who's behind this message? Christy Walton. That's right, one of the billionaire heiresses, a part of the Walmart family. Now, I don't know why they would be behind that protest against President Trump, but remember, just less than 3 weeks ago, President Trump tweeted about the whole tariff situation, saying Walmart should stop trying to blame tariffs as the reason for raising prices throughout the chain. Walmart made billions of dollars of last year, far more than expected. Between Walmart and China, they should, as is said, eat the tariffs and not charge valued customers anything. I'll be watching, and so will your customers. So, is it possible that maybe the Walmart family didn't like that and now they're finding ways to make their voices heard? Or is this just a big coincidence? As always, let me know what you think about all of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, people like Carrie Lake saying, do you shop at Walmart? Maybe you should look at this. Like, are you giving money to Walmart? No Kings event nationwide.
This is
Run by the
crazy.
Walmart heiress and Clinton-funded group Invisible. This is very interesting. The Obamas, part of the Obamas and Soros network. Is Walmart behind this? Christy Walton, billionaire Walmart heiress, financing No Kings protests across the country. They're not protesting on behalf of illegals. This is 100% protesting Trump, partly manufactured. Oh, to hell with Walmart, traitors rats. People are now calling for Walmart and the Chinese trash that they sell to be boycotted. Walmart is funding this. Christy Walton, billionaire heiress of Walmart, is funding the protests. Hey, Walmart, why are the Waltons funding these riots? Listen, they need to answer for this, obviously.
That's a good question.
I feel a massive boycott brewing here, and people need to straight up be like, the Walmart brand needs to straight up like get in line. There's a ton of corporate America. Like, people are done with woke corporate America making all of our lives worse, especially when the only reason you exist and the only reason you have any money at all is because of the generosity of Americans in this great country and our free market economy. And the tolerance for it is like at absolute zero.
It's an absolute zero.
So be careful.
Absolute zero is crazy. Let's go.
Careful.
This Saturday, it's Flag Day. Happy Flag Day. It's also President Trump's birthday. It's also the day of his big North Korean dictator-style military parade in Washington. Saturday is also the day organizers are planning the next very large nationwide day of protest against Trump and what Trump is doing to the country. Even as Trump panics and inexplicably calls in the military over protests in Los Angeles, this Saturday's protests are being organized by a large coalition of groups and grassroots organizers in all 50 states, all across the country. They're calling it No Kings, the No Kings Day of Defiance. The No Kings mobilizations on June 14th were already planned as a peaceful stand against authoritarian overreach and the gross abuse of power this administration has shown. Now, this military escalation, meaning what's happening in Los Angeles, only confirms what we have known. This government wants to rule by force, not serve the people. From major cities to small towns, we will rise together and say we reject political violence. We reject fear as governance. We reject the myth that only some deserve freedom. On Saturday, June 14th, more than 1,800.
That doesn't apply. You're terrorizing your cities. You're destroying your communities. You're not seeking the freedom of Americans. No, I'm sorry. This is hogwash.
100 rallies will take place across the country, peaceful, organized, and united. The No Kings movement has posted a map online showing where those 1,800 plus rallies will be held. I should tell you, and I think this is important, of those 1,800, more than 100 of those have been added to the map since Trump announced that he was sending the National Guard into LA. If he was hoping to get people to not protest, it's backfiring. Organizers are going to hold a series of online trainings this week ahead of the big day. Tomorrow,
It's funny that they're proud of the fact that they don't want people who've overstayed their visas, people who are in here illegally, people who are doing crimes and are not citizens. They are proud of the fact that they want them to stay. That's crazy.
Know Your Rights training that they're doing nationwide by Zoom so people can better understand how to interact with law enforcement or provocateurs during the demonstrations. Then 2 days later, on Thursday, another big nationwide Zoom call. They're calling it a pre-mobilization mass call. That's for anybody who's planning to participate. Potentially tens of thousands of people are going to be on that call. It's basically just to talk strategy ahead of the big day Saturday.
Look at all the No Kings protests that are scheduled for all around the country on June 14th. Amazing. I think at last count there were 1,600 protests happening in the United States on June 14th, which is Trump's birthday. Also the 250th birthday of the U.S. Army, which I would be okay with celebrating, except that Trump's going to make it all about him. Zoom out. We don't want to forget Alaska and Hawaii. And what about Europe? Check out Europe. If you don't know where you're going to be protesting on June 14th, go to nokings.org, where you can scroll down and find a protest happening near you. And if you've never attended a protest before and maybe showing up at a protest and holding a sign isn't your thing, that is okay. Here's what I would say to you though. Find out where the protest is happening in your city and drive by over and over and over. If you're in Tulsa on Saturday, drive past 41st and Yale, all around that intersection between 12 and 1:30. Honk your horn. That shows your support. It means a lot to the people who are standing there holding the signs. I get it. Not everybody wants to come out and stand on the side of a road and hold a sign and get flipped off all day if you're in Oklahoma. But do a drive-by. It really does make a difference.
Or maybe, just maybe, I got an idea. What if you just tend to your own business and support the legal removing of people in this country? Because again, that's the part I just don't get. Why are you so big proud of the fact that you're lawless? How is that a good thing? And of course, I like how they call them provocateurs, because the law enforcement are the people that are the problem when the ne'er-do-wells and the opportunists take advantage of an opportunity. It makes no sense. Let me know what you think about it. Are you aware of this? Are you going to go to one of these protests? Are you going to support them? Are you just going to lay low and pray for the best? Tell me what you're going to do. I'd love to hear it. Let's get that conversation started down in the comments. Let's get over there. Let's talk about it. So everybody, thank you so much for your support. And until next time, grace and peace.